Welcome to free live tarot readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Andrew, what is going on? Andrew, I made you a moderator. Thank you. Andrew, is here early. Andrew's nice. Andrew's talking to everybody, greeting everybody. I mean, Andrew, you're now a mod. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and all that other good stuff. I appreciate you. Mama B, J. Lynn, Lady, what is going on? Lady, it's so good to see you. KSW, Nakona, Mama B already said. Sarah, welcome back. How are you doing? Good to see everybody here. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Greatly appreciate all y'all's support. Tonight we have the lovely, effervescent, and gorgeous Christina is here handling our cards and giving us the card ideas for what to read, for what purpose, and all that good stuff. So, going to be a fun night. We are rocking it tonight. I'm telling you that now. All right. Let's see what questions we got. We got 15 people already. We've been here 30 seconds. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. All right, what's coming for me and Michael in the future? Mama B, let's find out what is coming for you and Michael indeed. What is going on with that? Hopefully that's pretty good. Hopefully it's going to be pretty good. We have the Ethereal Visions, by the way, tonight. The Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. It's got a little of that sheen and the glisten. You know, it sort of reflects that light. I love these. I love these. These are cool and very nice. All right, let's see what is happening with that stuff. All right, me and Michael, Mama B, let's see if Michael is going to be what you need him to be, you know? Sometimes you have that high expectations and sometimes we have the low expectations. Sometimes you never know what is going to happen next in relationships. That indeed does happen sometimes. So there is that. By the way, tomorrow I think is a good day to unbox and check out the Food of Fortunes. Christina gave this to us like a year ago, I think, like a long time ago. We need to unbox this. We are going to do it tomorrow, my friends. We are going to have some good stuff. I think we're going to unbox another deck too, right? Tomorrow?
Yes.
We're going to have 2 unboxings tomorrow, all in one day. We got glitter flowing out of this one. You can see the glitter already. All right. Let's see what's happening. If you're looking for stability, the Hierophant says, hey, we have a nice hint of said stability. That doesn't look half bad after all. Decent indeed. Emperor into the Knight of Swords, definitely something that is worth pursuing, definitely something that is going to be a good use of your time, right? Because we were just talking, I'm teaching Christina Tarot. We were just talking about the 7 of Pentacles, right? When you have the Knight of Swords, it kind of has that same feel a little bit. You know what I mean? The Knight of Swords says going forward, moving forward, going into that is going to be pretty good use of your time. This is something that's definitely going to be something advantageous for you, right? Nakona, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Pulling up PayPal just in case we get a notification. Cool. Yeah. So overall, this looks good as far as, you know, giving the stability. Sort of enhanced with the Queen of Pentacles as well. Queen of Pentacles does say that we do have that the earthly bound. We have the good foundation. We have a lot of good use of how everything is going. It's more of a serious relationship. It's going to migrate into a serious relationship. Movement on it is wise and Emperor. This gives you the ability to have the relationship that you want. So overall, this looks fantastic. Overall, this is a great read for something like that, right? Stacy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. And Angela, thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate you as well. Everybody's rocking. Linda joined. Linda, I've been waiting for you all night, Linda. We've been waiting here for you all night. What is going on? Canary, welcome to the stream. I appreciate you being here as well. All right. Nakona has some ideas. Linda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Nakona has some ideas. Nakona wants to know, I mean, because I think this hits us all. I think this is something that's sort of a part of us all, right? We have these new ideas and we just kind of want to know where they fit in with our life, right? Is this going to be something that is worth checking out? Is this going to be something that I'm going to spend 100 hours in and it's just not going to pan out at all, right? Not something you want to do, not something you want to deal with. So this is a pretty popular question. I think it's a good question. All right, we don't read all reversals. We flip. Ari, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. So they have some other ideas. Are they going to be worth pursuing? The 9 says that some of these ideas are, some aren't. I don't think, okay, Nakona, I don't think we can sort of group all of this into one bucket, right? We can't group all of this in one bucket and say, get the whole bucket of ideas and throw it out, or get the whole bucket of ideas and chase them all. You definitely need to sort of be selective as this goes as well, right? So the 9 says it's an injured warrior, the wounded warrior. Man, I thank for your donation. I appreciate that. The wounded warrior says, I have pursued some of these ideas. I've had some of the fire action where I'm like, yes, I'm going full steam. I'm going to get this. And it just didn't work out. You know what I mean? It just didn't work out. So you had this experience. The Queen says there are some ideas in there. Andrew, thanks for your donation. I appreciate that. There are some ideas in there worth pursuing. How do we figure out which one it is? The biggest part of here is the 4 of Swords. It's a sleepy card. It's sleepy, but it's also planning. It's also strategies. And you need to get into that mode of plan. I need to make a plan. I need to pursue a plan, because just going in raw is not going to work. Going in guessing is not going to work. The Hermit says a lot of these you need to sort of independently work out before you present them to the public as well. Boo Boo, welcome to the stream. What is going on? The party has started officially. We got everybody here now. All right. Next question is Angela. Greetings. Well, greetings to you, Angela. Thank you again for your great donation. Let me put this back over here. And we are going to go, I'd like to know what the future holds for Michael returning back with his ex-girlfriend. Oh my. All right. So Michael has a lot of things going on in this read. I mean, tonight, Michael's a busy guy. We have a lot of Michaels with a lot of busy things in their life. You know what I mean? So let's check that out. Angela, let's find out. Future with Michael returning back. Michael checking it out. Michael giving it one more shot. See how that is. Well, Michael may be poked in the eye with a crow. It could be an idea where they're poked right in the eye with a crow. You know what I mean? So you definitely want to find out if that crow is going to poke you in the eye before you go any further. We have a couple of kings, a queen, and a 10 of cups. In general, if you have a match between two people, okay, hetero, queen, king, homo, maybe king, king, or whatever, or queen, queen, etc., you're looking at a good match in general, right? There you go, babe. There's another general rule for you. A queen and a king, or queen, queen, king, king, depending upon the type of relationship. Together, we have a good match. Sort of like the emperor, the empress coming together. We have that nice match between these two forces. So that's a great thing. It's sort of like the 2 of cups or the lovers or something. It says we go together well. We have a lot of good things as well. And the card that you just learned, the 10 of cups, right? That happy family, that new family. Remember the younger family? And sort of having that and enjoying the family together. And having a lot of that stuff. So if you're looking for the future, it's looking well. Now, just intuitively, I'm feeling like that Michael has maybe somebody there's somebody else in the picture. Michael has some things happening. Michael has some, maybe a little more activity than you think Michael may have going on. So not in the cards, but intuitively, I think that Michael may have some other things happening, some other things that are going on, maybe with some other people, or Michael has some other prospects or other things like that. You could sort of work that out because we have another court card as well. So maybe that is a thing or whatnot. What are you looking at? Oh, okay. But yeah, you could have that, right? But you do have maybe a third-party situation with Michael. Maybe Michael's getting through another person, right? Or somebody's getting through another person, trying to get their ex out of the picture. Anyway, seems like there are other people involved. A little more complex than maybe it should be. I'm not really sure. I don't know. By the way, in case you just joined, we have the beautiful, effervescent, wonderful Christina helping us out tonight. She is handling the cards tonight. We did a teaching session where Christina went through some of the cards and I taught her how to read some of that stuff, and it was a lot of fun. It was kind of cool. It's like my book, but in real life. Because I kept referring to my book. I was like, my book says this, my book says that.
You don't have the book.
Yes, you don't have the book yet, but I mean, it's just one of those things where it's kind of fun to do that. And I think that's something that I want to do in a video series, is kind of just walk through the book. And, Yeah, Community Live. There you go. All right, Nakona, thanks for your other donation. I appreciate that. Oh, there you go. We got that planned?
I'm saying we should.
All right, let's plan it out. Me and Christina has a lot. Christina has a lot of fantastic ideas for the channel. We need to implement all of them immediately because they're like really good ideas. I'm hearing these ideas. I'm like, I mean, I just need to hire Christina at this point to be like my business person that handles all the stuff, that generates all of this stuff as it goes. Anyway, all right. From a police officer, Niece Taylor, will I stay in this career as a police officer? There's a lot of drama within that career right now. I mean, you don't need cards to sort of handle that thing or understand that there is a lot of the tension. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of, sort of a one-sided versus another side kind of drama with that. And the Four of Wands says that, I guess a good thing about the career is that they sort of like the career. I mean, they kind of like the career. This is something that either they were looking forward to, maybe they have a degree in, maybe they have the training in or whatnot. Nakona, I will try to use a thought for a music-related idea. Try to get that out there. All right, I need to add a feature for my program to make a notes. Anyway, but like the Four of Wands says, yeah, this is something that they looked forward to before they sort of got into it, right? Nine of Cups and Six of Wands are great cards. It's an emotionally satisfying card, right? Maybe they can come out and help somebody. Maybe they can save somebody's life and have this dramatic story, this big story, right? Where things are just big and things are just great and maybe make an impact on people's lives. Six of Wands, they're seen as a hero in some instances, right? They can save someone. Again, they can intervene in a situation, calm everything down. They can intercept the bad guy from, harming somebody. They can be the hero indeed. That's where they have the Six of Wands, because that is indeed a hero. They're being celebrated and things like that. There's a lot of good stuff in the career. But yeah, there is some drama associated with it as well. That just happens. That is going to happen. Sweepy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Overall, there's a lot of great things, but it does come with its serving of drama, right? You're not going to get out without a little bit of the drama, without feeling a little bit of that with that thing. Anyway, Aria, let me know how to pronounce your name. I appreciate that. Will Jay and I reconcile? We are going to figure that out. We're going to figure out if Jay and you can get some reconciliation. That's going to be a big thing here, because reconciliation really works out for the best. You know what I mean? Ooh, look at this. Defiance Martial Arts. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. See, now I have the PayPal app open, so now it gives me notification instead of waiting for that email. Because I didn't know. Christina informed me that the emails are not always instant, which they were with Square, so I'm not used to that condition. But thank you again, Christina, for letting me know that.
No problem.
Now I have the app open, and I can see that Defiance Martial Arts. Let us get a donation. Let me know what your question is. Again, I appreciate you. All right. Reconciliations. What are we looking for this? We're looking for the Seven of Swords. We're looking for the looking for the Two of Cups, looking for the Lovers. We're looking for the Seven of Swords is kind of the big one, right? Maybe the Fool, the Hanged Man, Ace of Cups, a lot of good cards. And we have a couple of them here. Okay. Ace of Cups is a new beginning. It's a fresh beginning. And that's important here. If we are going to reconcile, we're going to need a fresh beginning. We can't just pick up with all the problems that we had before, all the weird things that would happen, you can't just pick that up and run with it. You know what I mean? You have to get a fresh beginning. You have to get things fixed. And part of that is the Fool. I'm willing to take an adventure, because we just did the Fool. Part of the Fool was he's leaping off the cliff. He's willing to take the risk, take the adventure. And you remember he had this positive outlook on everything. It's just like overly optimistic. I'm looking up. I don't see the cliff coming. So if you take that risk and take that adventure, you got a good thing, especially if you start over, if you get it renewed, if you get it started from scratch. And the Hangman, right? Look at it from a different perspective. See it in a different way. Maybe we don't have to do things like we did before. Maybe we can move things in a different direction. Maybe we can start doing things, right? Lionheart, thank you again for your donation with your martial arts thing. I appreciate you. Let me know what you're seeing. I like a reading on what I can do to take care of myself this month. Cool. I got you in the queue. Thank you again. But yeah, the Five of Pentacles says we've had rough past, right? We've had a little bit of a rough past. Yeah, maybe not the best past to get started on, but definitely, so that's kind of the thing that we're talking about before, right? We're talking about, you have a bad card and you're motioning into a better card, right? So we have a 5 of Pentacles. Things maybe didn't work out. We had sort of this dry take on it. We had sort of this crumbling down, but now we have that ace. So now we're moving in from failure into a new beginning, reconciliation. Looking pretty good now, okay? All right, let's go to the next question and see how that goes. For me and Bob, you know what I like about Bob? You can spell it backwards and it's the same name. I mean, Bob is the universal best name ever. Other than Fabian, I would say Bob takes a close second. Bob takes a close second, right? As well as you had Microsoft Bob. I don't know how old any of you are, but Microsoft had a Bob operating system where you tried to make it friendly, and that cratered. That cratered pretty hard, right? Anyway, Sheila, welcome to the stream. What is going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Nikona got the Shadowscapes in the mail, but have yet to open it. Shadowscapes is so good. It is so good. All right. You and Bob, King of Swords, Ace of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the High Priestess. I think that Bob brings in a lot of good things, right? You got the sort of that Knight of Cups, that Mr. Romance. I mean, Bob's coming in with the flowers, with the roses, with the red roses. He's not doing white roses like I tend to for some reason. He's doing the red roses. He's doing the romance thing. He's coming in. He's got the horse in the background. He brought a little stool to sit on, and he is there waiting for you. Took his hat off to be polite, I assume, because he's from the South. And I mean, this is pretty nice. Could have a picnic lunch right here. Could have it. So you got a little bit of the Mr. Romance in here. High Priestess says that Bob has a lot of luggage. Bob may be bringing in a bit more luggage than you expect. That's for sure. But Ace of Wands is coming in strong, right? Coming in a little strong. And they need to get that action. They need to get that fire in there with that. King of Swords maybe needs it his way a little too much too. Bit of a totalitarian, not so much with the Ace of Wands. I think they're willing to chill that out some. This is pretty casual deck with that, right? The King of Swords, definitely sort of on the leadership side, definitely on the romantic side. Looks like Bob seems to have all of this in tune. Bob seems to have all of this in tune. Sheila's still using DOS. I mean, that's, you know, Windows 3.1, that's all you need. That is all you need. You don't like roses either. Oh, okay. All right. Tammy, welcome to the stream. What is going on? All right. Andrew has a question below, and then we're going to hop to the martial arts and go with that stuff. By the way, if you are in the stream and you were wondering where you're at in the queue, we are here. And doing Andrew, knocking him out pretty quickly tonight. We are rocking it because we got Christina helping with all the decks and all that good stuff. I mean, you know, it's like a luxury liner when Christina's here. I'm just here sort of just having fun at this point. Christina's handling all the stuff in the background. All right, let's see. Entirely for fun, Andrew, a friend of mine for many years told me the first time she was married, that she was married. Okay, all right. So Andrew had a friend, and the friend said that she was married when Andrew went in for the big kiss. And now the friend ghosted Andrew. Okay, so Andrew, she was your friend, and she friend zoned you, and then you went in for the kiss? Or like what was happening there? Like what happened there? We need context. We need a little bit of a context. You know what I mean? Yep. All right, we need some context. So you had a friend, and you tried to give her a big kiss on the cheek, or you tried to, well, no, we got to keep it G. Anyway, and then all of a sudden, she ghosted you. So I don't know, it sounds like you got friend zoned. Maybe you got friend zoned? I don't know. Let's see what the cards say. We have the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. Okay. She had a version of reality that didn't share with your reality. That's basically what we have. We have a disconnect of realities. We were just talking. Okay, you're just talking. Basically, she misinterpreted something. We have two realities here. She misinterpreted something that you said, something that you did. Something happened where she just misinterpreted the whole thing. Okay? You have the sun shining the light on everything else. The sun highlighting the Wheel of Fortune, saying that, yeah, there is that flow. There is that back and forth. There is that day-to-day activity with the Wheel of Fortune, right? But then all of a sudden I have to be defensive. All of a sudden I feel like I'm in a defensive nature. It feels like things just aren't on the side that I need to be on. I'm going to have to move on. I'm going to have to get that Ace of Cups, get a new beginning, get something fresh, get something new, because it doesn't seem like it is working anymore with Andrew. Basically, your reality and her reality are different. You did something, you said something that was interpreted totally wrong and put her in a defensive posture. And then she had to move on. She had to move on. Now, did you say something wrong? Maybe not. That's how the world works, right? Communication sometimes just goes weird. So communication sometimes is just not, you're not on the same page. You know what I mean? So you gotta kind of work on that. But yeah, nothing that you did, I don't think so. I think that it was just one of those things that they misinterpreted something and all of this other stuff. Taylor, the niece, just got dumped. That's not good at all. That is not good at all. She got dumped and she's a cop. Oh my. If you dump a cop, ooh, that could be dangerous. I mean, like what happens when you dump a police officer? I mean, how do you do that, right? Are you like, I'm sorry, I'm a sorry officer, but I don't like doing the deed anymore. I'm going to move on and date somebody else. Like, she has a gun. I mean, this person has a gun at this point. I mean, I think you got to, okay, if you're going to dump somebody who carries a gun for a living, I think you have to approach it in a different way. Right? You have to approach it pretty carefully. You need to approach that very carefully and gingerly. You don't just want to go, call them up and be like, hey, I mean, I'm kind of screwing somebody else and, you're going to go. I don't think that's the best way to approach that situation. I got to say now, by the way, I mean, just life advice, just life advice. Okay. Love reading for the niece of Taylor who just got dumped. 9 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and the Empress. They're actually going to meet somebody late July. I'm going to go forth and say July 17th through July 21st. They meet somebody. I think everybody gets confused when I say this, because that's when you meet them. That's not when you're in bed with them. That's not when you're talking to them late at night about emotional stuff. That's not that. It is more of it's sort of a meet. It is sort of a first interaction. Again, July 17th through the 21st, right? This is a Gemini. I think the Gemini is going to be kind of interesting. It's a chilled Gemini. A lot of times Geminis are not chilled. They are on fire. This is not an on fire Gemini. It's more of a chilled Gemini. 4 of Wands says this has a lot of potential for a comfy, nice home. A comfy, nice home, especially with the Empress. We just talked about the Empress and how comfortable that is, right? How comfortable that is. A nice relationship, something I can look forward to, something I can relate to. And the 4 of Wands being a happy home card, comfortable home with a creation birth, it's a nice creational aspect to all of that. So I think it's going to work out well. 5 of Pentacles says the person that dumped Taylor is coming back. They are coming back. A few months, I would say 4 months, they are coming back. The 9 of Wands being reversed says, I don't think that they should be communicating with them anymore. I think they should get them and give them the boot, right? Give them the boot, maybe put them in handcuffs and throw them in a cell just for entertainment. Okay, no, I'm serious. Entertainment purposes only. Anyway, the 9 of Wands, they are coming back. That dumper is coming back. Why? Because the dumper dump them for basically the opportunity with somebody else, but that other person they have the opportunity with, they don't really like them all that much. They were just kind of, kind of lackluster, a little bit of the mid-tone. They're going to be coming back. They're going to be, damn, I dumped that Taylor. I wonder if I can call Taylor back and get another date or something. I mean, that is just one of those. Yeah, this is nice. By the way, in case you wonder what that deck was, it is the Bright Future Tarot. It was a Kickstarter, and I did enjoy it. I did love it. Nikona. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why if you need to hire somebody, All right, if you need to hire somebody to do basically the best work in the history of mankind, it is Christina behind me. Because Christina, not only did she hear that Nakona wanted the thought, but she delivered the thought and remembered that from like 15 freaking minutes ago. I'm just saying it's amazing. But before we get to that, I think it's time to hop over to the martial arts section of the stream. Hop over to the martial arts section of the stream and give Lionheart their reading. Lionheart donated through PayPal. Reading on what could I do better to take care of myself. What would you want for that one? Oh, you want the you want the echoes of failure? You want that? Okay, with the echoes of failure. All right, Lion Echoes of Nature. This is my first deck, and it will be reprinted, my friends. Will be reprinted. They gave me such a beautiful baby. They gave me such a beautiful baby called the Waterfall Tarot. It is so gorgeous. It's so amazing. I want to give them more money, quite frankly. Before the inflation hits, I want to give them more money. Before the price of paper goes up, I want to give them more money. And I'm going to have them reprint this deck. Okay. Oh, man. What can we do to take better care of ourselves? One is listening to your body. You need to listen it. You need to listen to your body. A lot of times we just either overdo it or we underdo it, or maybe we just do something to excess, and then all of a sudden it's just not there. All of a sudden, it just does not work out, right? You need to listen to your body. What does your body need right now? What is going to be important to your body? What is going to be important for you to do? And I think your body will communicate with you. Your body will let you know what is going to be the best alternative, what's going to be the best thing as well. Intimidation is not as much of an intimidation card, but more of a going forth and just knocking it out. Knocking it out. Taking better care of yourself says just to knock it out, right? Because we have those days, maybe we don't want to go to the martial arts studio. We don't want to kick the bag. We don't want to do the drills. We don't want to end up doing the break falls, the rolling around on the mat. A lot of things we just don't want to do, right? You got to do it anyway. You just have to do it. You have to get into that level to where you're able to take that control. You're able to take that command of that as well. And unexpected friends, since workout buddies are going to be your best friend. Because here's the problem with working out. Doing it by yourself sucks. That bottom line, going to the gym by yourself sucks. I don't care how good your playlist is. I don't care what kind of things you got queued up on Apple Music. A workout buddy. The other thing a workout buddy is going to do for you is going to make you more responsible. It's going to say, hey, where the hell are you at? I mean, I'm at the gym. You're supposed to be here. You can be like, oh, crap. I didn't want to go. I was going to take the day off. Okay, I'll get up. I'm coming. Unexpected friends, the workout buddy is going to be key. And finally, small influences, right? Lionheart. You don't want to just go to extremes. We don't want to like cut out sugar from our life. We don't want to cut out carbs from our life. We don't want to like work out 5 hours every day. There's no extremes happening tonight. Okay. There's no extremes happening. Small influences, that little piece. Maybe I cut out a donut. Maybe instead of cutting out sugar completely, I'll just stop this snack that I was having at 3 or 4 or whatever. Maybe I'll, instead of doing this hardcore workout, I'm going to have like a day where I just go to the gym and socialize, right? Maybe I'll do a couple of exercises, but for the most part, I'm going to socialize. It's that balance of doing little things, building, huh? Knock out the sodas. Could be the sodas as well. So yeah, it's all about small influences, small changes. By the way, this card is going to appear in a tarot deck. There is somebody that we're going to have an interview with, by the way, on the channel. They are using 4 of my cards in their new tarot deck. So it's a collab deck, Master of the Obvious. They're using small influences, and they're using 3 other cards out of this deck. So it's going to be kind of fun. We're going to have the Echoes of Failure Tarot. A little bit, a few decks with that. And the Thoth deck for Nakona. How does my music-related idea look? All right. Nakona has a lot of ideas. We get it. Nakona has this idea, that idea. let's sort of narrow down. Nakona's having a beer right now. I mean, that's what you need. That's what you need. Lionheart, by the way, it's good to see you back. I mean, you were gone for a while. It's good to see you back. I don't know when you were gone from. I think you've been gone quite a while. But it is. I remember your icon. I think if that's the same picture that I remember. Anyway, but thank you for coming back. Thank you for hanging out with us. By the way, if you're new here or old here, either one, hit that like and sub button. I'm on YouTube. You knew I was going to beg for likes and subs. If I didn't, why am I even on YouTube? What a waste of time I am. You need to hit that like and sub button. It lets YouTube know that I don't suck. And, you know, that's all I really need in life is not to suck. All right. Music. Is that going to be good? Could you be as good as Andrew with the composition in a matter of time? The 7. This is something that you've done before? Something that you've done before? Is this something that you've tried before? Why do I say that? The 7 of Swords is the sort of coming back into the realm, coming back in, sneaking out of it, maybe trying it again, maybe giving it another shot. It looks like it is promising, but it looks like it's a lot of work, right? It is a lot of work. Deborah, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. What is going on? A lot of work. There's a lot of seeds to be planted within here, right? Taurus, I think you're pretty stubborn with it. Nakona, I think that if you get a good idea and you start it, I think that you're a pretty stubborn kind of person. You're one that's going to flame on, like in the Fantastic Four, like Johnny, going to flame on. You're going to go in. You're going to go forth. You're going to go strong. You're going to get it done. Because look at that fire. Look how much fire is in there. That's just embarrassing amount of fire at this point. That is nothing but flames. There's nothing but flames. And the best part is you're going to get emotional about it. It's going to sort of be one of those reinforcing things where you're doing it and you're loving it. You're doing it, you're loving it, and you just get that vibe. You know what I mean? You just get that vibe. You're going back and forth, in and out, getting that vibe because, I mean...
Everybody loves the D.
It's just one of those where you're just loving it. You're getting into that. We have not used that one yet, no? All right. So I think the music-related idea is going to be a win. It is going to be a win. Sweet Pea, what is the universe telling me to write poetry again? Ooh, we have a lot of ideas tonight. It is one of those. It is one of those, right? Binxion, let me know what your question is. Let me know what is going on with that. What kind of question you got? Throw it at me. Throw it at me. Rose, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is as well. All right, is the universe telling me to write poetry again? Okay, there's a lot of good things. Part of the high priestess as well is writing down. In addition to learning, it is writing. It is sort of doing that thing, right? Getting the writing, getting that thing in there. And you have the 5 of Swords, the Lord of Defeat. The Lord of Defeat says if you write the poetry, you're going to get rejected. But I mean, I am just saying, be Bowman and Anastasia, welcome back. It's good to see you both. The 5 of Swords is Lord of Defeat says you're going to get rejected. So be prepared. Be prepared. You're going to submit this. You're going to get rejected. Some people just aren't wanting to read it. Some people just aren't going to be as into it as you, right? The Lord of Defeat says, yeah, sometimes maybe that happens. The Emperor says that this gives you an opportunity to do something unusual, though. Actually think that you have messages in your head from other sources that are beyond reality, that are beyond that are in the ethereal realm or in another realm. You have other sources talking to you. And fortitude with the devil sort of says that writing things out, writing this poetry, give you an outlet for these types of things. It's also kind of a self-healing nature and all of this other stuff as well. But yeah, taking command of that, getting that done is going to be important to you. And yeah, I think that is something good. Anastasia, you can. By the way, Anastasia, I have the PayPal app open now. The PayPal app is open and I get instant notifications. I don't got to wait for the email. Thank you again to Christina that let me know the emails come like 5 hours after you get the donation. So I got the app open. We are taking donations. We are taking donations. It is rocking it. So yeah, do the poetry. I think it connects you with somebody or something that you haven't really encountered before. It's an outlet for you as well. All right. Let's see. We got Rose. Rose, we're using the best deck that we have right now. This is Christina's version of the Dark Mansion Tarot. Christina's version of the Dark Mansion Tarot. Apparently, they upgraded it because mine does not have the cool edges. Mine does not have that cool back. It looks a little bit different. So this may be a different version. Maybe I didn't select the right version or whatever, but Christina got the fancy one. Got the fancy one, but it's okay because I bought the fancy, bigger version of her tarot. So we're going to have, when we combine these tarots, we are going to have a collection for the ages right here. I'm telling you that now. All right. Sure, Anastasia, you do whatever you like. Whatever you'd like, I support you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Should I learn to write an app? Is there any money in it? That's a good question. Rose, that is such a good question. That's a question I've asked myself many times, right? Because that is some work. It is sort of a weird place to be, to where you kind of got to, learn a new API. You got to do all of that. Christina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Hosting somebody new. I can choose. Everybody ask a question. If you're new here, if you've never been here, we got a lot of people, right? We got Jaylyn, we got Jeanette, we got Oscar, Peter. I've seen Peter before, but Peter, ask your question. You kind of new. We got a lot of newbies tonight. And throw out your question. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Christina has hosted you. I appreciate that. I know Binks asked a question too. Binks wanted to know, how do we get a reading? Binks, throw the question out there, my friend. Throw it out there. Christina has donated for us tonight, and she is the hostess with the mostest, giving somebody a shot for a donation reading. All right. Rose, that is such a good question. That is such a good question. What kind of app are we going to write, right? My idea for an app, by the way, is an application that categorizes tarot decks, okay? So you open the app, and then I'm going to scan the barcode right here, and it's going to go beep, and it's going to add this tarot deck to my collection. And now it has it in my collection. And it's a social app too. So now all my friends, like I have Christina as a friend in my app. I have Anastasia, I have Andrew, I got Stacy, I got everybody as a friend, right? Boo Boo. And now they all know that I got a new deck if they want to get notifications on new stuff that I'm getting. And now you can click on the deck in my app, and it'll take you to Amazon to go buy it, right? So anyway, that's my idea for an app. So Rose, an IT guy will back me up. IT guy will back me up. IT guy tell me that's not a great idea. Rose, you could write one of those. Is this worth the time though? That's a big question. 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands. There's a lot of, the free time that you need to get this done is kind of challenging. It does feel like there's not enough time to sort of get these things moving, get the free time moving and things like that, right? And that 9 of Wands, you're a bit defensive on, I got to learn a new API, and I need to learn maybe a graphics API because I want to write a Bejeweled game. Maybe I need to learn a database connection API. It's going to be a lot of different things, moving parts with that. And the 4 of Wands says you're going to love doing it. You're going to love doing it. But don't have like these super big expectations at first, right? Because the 7 of Swords, this is going to be something that you abandon, but you're going to come back to. Rose, very important. Listen, you're going to abandon it, but you're going to come back to it. So don't delete your code. Just sort of warm up a little bit. See if there's going to be some possibilities. And hey, if you could write that app I just named, I will go in with you. I will go in with you. I think that has some potential with that. All right. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, we got that. Christina knows how to pick the cards. Christina knows how to pick the cards. Okay. Deborah, we'll get you Deborah first here. Deborah, do my ancestors have messages from me? That's awesome. Anastasia, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. After forgetting you, Anastasia, I feel like I owe you like a master apology, like the master of all master apologies. I feel like I owe you one. And I do. I owe you one, Anastasia. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Christina wasn't around to tell me that that it was a 5-hour delay between those two. I didn't know. I need Christina's intelligence. I need to borrow her IQ for a little bit in order to, and her knowledge in order to figure out some of this stuff. All right, Charisma, welcome. What's going on? All right. Any ancestors have messages for me? Yes, the star, the guiding light, the North Star, having that guiding light, having the things moving, having the things to move us in a direction, to point us in the direction that we need to be, right? The Two of Swords says that there's a blending between two worlds. And we'll get into this tomorrow with the cards. The blending of two worlds together. We have almost a different type of feel with the Two of Swords, right? We're blinded. We don't see everything that's happening. We have another world happening in front of us that we don't even see, we don't even know about. So yes, I do think that they have messages for it. The biggest messages is that you're in for dramatic change. A lot of the things that are going on are just not going to work out long term. They're just not going to work out long term. A lot of the things that you're trying to reach for, a lot of the things that you're trying to do. So you need to prioritize things and figure out what is going to be the biggest priority for me, what is going to be the first thing that I need to handle versus what are going to be the other things that I need to handle. Basically, they're warning you of a big and dramatic breakdown in the structure of what you're doing. The Nine of Cups as well says that some of the things that you have began, some of the pursuits that you have, in fact, like a love or a deep friendship that you have, is really something that stabilizes, that gives you a lot of sort of foundation that you need. And the Nine of Cups is everything works well for you. Everything is there. And the Nine of Cups is also a banquet card too, right? You have a lot of cups available. So the sharing aspect that you're doing, the sharing, the loving, the giving that you do on a day-to-day basis is noticed. It is notable, and it is something that's valuable to a lot more people than you think it is. So there you go, Deborah. These are the messages from the ancestors. All right. Now we're going to go for this tarot over here for Christina's. We have, who do we choose?
Oh, for mine? Okay.
Yeah, who do we choose? Who do you want?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. We got a lot of chat.
Let's do it last.
Do it last. All right, we'll come for it last. We'll do Christina's the last reading.
Spam it every so often.
There you go. All right. I mean, ask your question if you're new. Throw it down. Ask it. Anastasia, what is Hassie's feelings towards me now? Let's check it out. Anastasia, you like that Hassie? Let's see if they are going to maybe reciprocate or... So, Anastasia, is this an X? Sheila, yes, ask your question. I appreciate that. By the way, tomorrow is date night. I am going to spend some quality time with Christina. So tomorrow night, we do not have the stream. What, you want to have the stream?
I think we should do the stream. I like doing the stream with you.
Okay. All right. Well, apparently, we're going to do the stream.
We're not going like anywhere.
Okay. We're not going anywhere. So, yeah, never mind. Negate what I just said. Rewind 30 seconds. And, rewind 30 seconds.
It could be date night.
In the future, we might have a date night here and there once a week, but for now, she wants to do the stream. Okay, cool. Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Got everybody excited. Maybe I can edit the video and just take that out. Oh man, Nikki, welcome to the stream. What is going on? Sheila, welcome. What is up? Okay, what are Hassie's for me now? Let's see it. Hanged Man. I think Hassie's view of you has changed a bit. His view of you has changed really a bit. You know what I mean? Maybe they don't see you the same way. Maybe something changed. Maybe you have a fight or something happened or something's going on. But sort of the view of how we're sort of viewing each other has altered a little bit. And we see this from the cups, right? You have this feeling from the Six of Cups, like things weren't communicated well and things like that. We were communicating, but yesterday I got upset a little. Okay. The Knight of Wands says they do want to pause a little bit. They're not going to be as forward. Right? Oscar, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. They're not going to be as forthcoming. They've withdrawn. Maybe they saw you get upset and they're like, oh, but they're withdrawn a little bit from that, okay? The Chariot says they're going to recover, though. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I don't think Hassie has anything. They withdrew a little bit. They sort of felt the things maybe aren't jiving the way they need to jive. And the Chariot, they're going to move forward. They're going to move past it. I don't think it's going to be like just detrimental. Not detrimental at all. So Anastasia, I think you're okay. You know, you're okay. You gave them the law. You gave them the letter of the law, maybe, or something happened, and you know it'd be all right. It would be all right. I failed my PhD exam this year. Oh my, that's not good. I will go with this one. We haven't done this one in a while. I like this. I like the gold. I do like that gold. All right. Who do we got next? We got Boo Boo wants a week, and Oscar. Oscar, thank you for your donation. But Oscar, let me know what your question is. I have no idea who you are in chat. A lot of the people, there'll be Oscar on PayPal, but there'll be, Fantastic Tarot 41 in chat. So Oscar, let me know who you are. We will get you knocked out. In the meantime, we're doing Boo Boo's reading, which I haven't clicked yet. Tell me that app is not half bad for streaming.
That's pretty nice.
Not half bad for streaming. All right. So week ahead. And by the way, if you're ever doing the stream, so I'm just talking to Christina now. If you're ever doing the stream, the other thing to do is make sure you unselect the ones that you've done here. So if the app crashes or something like that, I can go back and go, okay, I did that one, but I hadn't done Sunflower yet. So now I'm doing Sunflower, I'm going to click it, all right? Yeah. Writer, poet, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, let's see what is happening here. We don't do all reversals, so we're going to flip it. I get a lot of complaints for flipping these cards, I tell you that. Speaking of poetry, we got a poet and we didn't even know it. Anyway, week ahead. Man, it doesn't work. Boo Boo. All this stuff, it just doesn't work. You're trying. You're on the mouse wheel, Boo Boo. You're turning, you're going, you're forwarding, you're moving, you're getting all this action. You have this fire going. And then all of a sudden, it just seems like, wait a minute, what the hell just happened? I didn't make any progress. I'm on the same place that I was 30 minutes ago. And the part of that is the domain. You need to work smarter, not harder next week, okay? Do stuff like code and application to help you with a stream. No, I'm kidding. Or code and app. No, I'm kidding. But I mean, your name is Oscar in chat too. That's thumbs up. Oscar, my friend, I appreciate that. But it is about planning. It is about planning next week. Don't dive in with both feet. You want to plan. You want to make sure it's possible because there's defeat waiting. The Lord of defeat is waiting. That queen means you're good at what you do. You can work smarter, not harder. But it's a matter of figuring out how to do that. You know what I mean? It's a matter of figuring out how to do that. So if you're going on a road trip, make sure you have everything planned out. If you're going to do, what are you going to do? Where are we going to stop? What are we going to do? What are we going to take? Because it's easy to forget something important like water when we're going to a hibachi restaurant or something. You know, when you're after the hibachi, you're dying of thirst and you're training you're training your daughter on driving, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm thirsty. You got to plan these things because you're on the road. You need to think ahead, Boo Boo. You need to think ahead. That's going to be big. I don't see any bad situations. I see that not planning ahead, you're going to be like, oh crap. It could be I forgot my keys. It could be I forgot that water. It could be a lot of different things where all of a sudden now we're in the middle of nowhere. We don't have something that we need. Plan ahead, Boo Boo. Plan ahead. It's important. There's some trick. There's some trap waiting for you. Some trick, some trap waiting. You need to plan ahead. And that is your week ahead. There you go. Yeah, Boo Boo, where are you? Where are you headed? Where is this? Look at this. Look what I got. Christina handed me one of my favorite new decks, the Rose Tarot. I'm telling you now, Rose Writer Poet, you got the best deck of the night. Get the best deck of the night, my friends. This is downright exciting. This is literally exciting.
How do you like that one?
What does Rut want from me? He's a love interest. Maybe he wants love. Maybe he wants passion. Maybe he wants some cash. I don't know. Let's find out. What does RJT want? A love interest. What does love interest mean? Does that mean that somebody that wants some and you haven't given it to him yet? I don't know. Is that somebody that wants some but you haven't given it to him yet? Is that somebody that you got a crush on or got a crush on you? You're trying to figure out if you need a friend zone or not? I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, Boo Boo, have fun on your road trip. It's going to be fun. That is going to be fun. You need to get the hell out of here. I mean, I hear you. I hear you. All right. What do they want? 8 of batons, Knight of Swords, the Knave of Cups, and the 3 of batons. They want a short-term thing. Could be friends with benefits. Could be something that's a little bit on the short-term side. You do have a short-term thing, something that's a little bit short. Now, you remember I was talking about like temporary work, contracting work with that 3 of batons feel, right? You got sort of looking, we're searching for the next big thing. We need to find something, the next big thing. And we're not quite emotionally prepared to fully get into this. We don't fully know how to get into this yet. You remember the Knave of Cups? That's the newbie. That's somebody that may not be emotionally immature to handle everything. And then we have the 3 of batons, which is like looking out, looking for the next big thing. I'm too emotionally insecure to stay here. And so I'm going to be looking for the next greener pasture, right? Like what you're talking about. Maybe they're in it. Maybe they hit it and quit it. The Knight of Swords says they want to do it quickly, though. The Knight of Swords right next to speed. The 8 of batons. The 2 movement cards together. I talk about this in my book. Rapid, quick movement. Hit it, quit it. Looking for the next greener pasture. They may not be sticking around. I'm just saying now. Writer, poet, that is my interpretation. That is my interpretation based upon my own little system of writing. By the way, I'm waiting for my freaking book. I've never seen anybody take this long to print a book. I printed my old book with the same people, and they knocked that one out quick. But they said they are literally bombed at this point. Anyways, Christina, it is your turn, my friend.
My turn. I've donated.
Oh, the Oscar. We do an Oscar. Sorry about that. Oscar. Sorry, Oscar, I almost skipped you. What should I become aware of that I've been ignoring? Ooh, that's a good question. What should I become aware of that I have been ignoring? Let's find out. What have you been ignoring? He's not reading signs. No, I'm not reading signs. Sorry. You've been, oh, Jesus. Holy, Oscar, what's going on over there? Oscar, what's happening over there? You got the Lord of Defeat. You got the Lord of Breakup. You got terrible things. Everything's crumbling down. Aww. Oscar, what the hell are you, Oscar, whatever you're doing, you really need to reconsider it. Entertainment purposes only, obviously. Entertainment purposes only. Elise just stepped in. What's going on? But Oscar, you're headed for a foundation crumbling down. You're headed for things falling, things. Oscar, it doesn't look good at all. I don't know what's going on over there. It doesn't look good. You may want to cut bait with something. You may want to beware. You may want to make sure that if it crumbles down, you're prepared. If it crumbles down, you got a backup plan. You have an escape plan. You don't want this stuff hitting you. You don't want the lightning striking you in the groin area. You want to make sure that you get out in time, Oscar, before it all falls down, because there's disappointment, there's defeat, and it seems like you're not emotionally invested enough to sort of see this coming. So you want to be, this is what you've been ignoring. This is what is coming. I'm just saying, entertainment purposes only, Oscar. Never make any preparations or do anything based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. Just don't do it. It is Christina's turn.
Who's asked questions?
Finally, who's asked questions? We got a lot of people that ask questions. Let's go to the chat app. The chat app says Nikki Preston is new but didn't ask a question. Peter is hanging out. Peter never asked a question. I said Sheila asked a question. All right. Will Zane be my future spouse? Shayla asked that question. You got Sonia B wants to know about failing a PhD exam. Let's see. Anything else? Bartman just said hello. B. Bowman doesn't have a question. Anastasia already got the question. The two that we just asked.
Yeah,
okay.
2 decks picked out.
All right. We did the 2. We're doing 2. We did 2 for 1 special tonight. All right.
Here, this will be for the not Sonya, but the first one.
Not Sonia, but the first one. Who was the first one? The first one was Shella. Sheila.
And this is mine.
Okay, Sheila, this is Christina's deck. I ordered the larger version of this. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Okay, will Zane be my future spouse? Will Zane be my future spouse? That's a great question. We have so many great cards for that too, don't we? By the way, forest creatures, okay, this is the little one. I like them big. I like them big, thick, and veiny. I like them big, thick, and veiny. And the forest creatures, I got the bigger version of this. So this is Christina's deck for now. Christina didn't get the joke at all. Yeah. At all. Way over the head. Way over the head. Yeah. All right. Is this person going to be the future spouse? 7 of Wands says, are you sure that you want him to be the future spouse? Is that really something? Is that a thing? Do you want him to be the future spouse? Because the King of Swords says that you have a lot more opportunities. You have a lot better options as far as that goes. Pearl Twin, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But that 3 of Cups basically says no. It says you have better options. This is a better option card. You have sort of a friend option. They become an acquaintance. They become something that has that opportunity in there. And the King of Swords, you have better option coming soon, right? The better option, by the way, the better option is going to be a water sign. And wow, you really like them. Wow, you really like them. Anyway, entertainment purposes only, obviously. Never, never make relationship decisions based upon a random dude on YouTube, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, we'll do it with the Sheila.
PhD.
What? The PhD question. Then Pearl, you are next, my friend. Pearl, you are next. The PhD question was from, you got Sheila, you got Sonia. There you go. This is why you need to run the stream, basically. I'm all over the place. I just get excited and throw cards down and scream into the microphone. Christina, okay, in case you're wondering what the stream sounds like, Christina said she could hear me talk at the other side of the house in the bathroom in the other side of the house. So that's how loud and excited I get. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I get excited. I love being here. It's one of the things, man. This is just amazing and fun for me. Yes, the deck of cards. This was Christina's old favorite, the Slow Tarot. It now comes in second place. I'm sorry, Slow Tarot. I'm sorry, Lacey Bryant. Don't take it offensively. Don't. Christina used to love your deck of number 1. It's number 2 now. You failed. Am I going to have any chances to win again if I retry, if I do that? New opportunities. We discussed the new opportunities. You want to know if I have another chance, if I have another option, new opportunities. That is there. That is the big key. The ending of the world. It's the last major. It's a good news card. It's the last one. It means the ending is great. The ending is where we need it to be. The ending is happy. So absolutely, what a great combo. You can stop reading here. These two, wow. These two, Sonia, these two, that's incredible. That is insane. What is Christina's number 1 now? IT guy wants to know.
Probably the Dark Mansion Tarot.
She likes her fancy new Dark Mansion Tarot. I think mainly because it looks better than mine.
The Forest Creatures.
The Forest Creatures. When you get the jumbo one of that, you're going to be pretty excited with that. All right, let me mark you off when you did yours. Okay. The 10 of Swords says know when to quit, though. If you're pursuing it, it's not looking good. You don't want to sit there and just do it over and over and over again. You are the injured warrior. You're able to come back. You're able to make a last stand. But know when to quit, Sonia. Know when to quit. This doesn't need to be your life journey. This doesn't need to be anything. If you're just not going to be able to get it, know when to cut bait, right? Know when to cut bait with that. Know when to hold them and know when to fold them. A little Kenny Rogers quote there.
Yes.
Kenny Rogers. Did you ever see the Kenny Rogers singing Lady live?
No.
You haven't seen that? Like all the women just, women start just freaking out. Like every woman in there just starts skitzing out. Like I've never seen it. It reminds me of the Beatles. You ever watch all the Beatles? You know the Beatles, like on YouTube, some of their concerts where all the women just like go nuts.
Yeah, kind of like the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, thank you for pointing out how old I am.
Yes.
Pointing out for how old I am. Thank you. Anyway, Kenny Rogers gets up there and he starts saying, he goes, lady. And like everybody just goes nuts. You got to see this. It's a really good video. And the other video I love is Kenny Rogers and Lionel Richie, because it was Lionel Richie's song. So Kenny Rogers got up there with Lionel Richie and they sung it together. Yeah. And they're just like hugging the whole time because they're such good friends. Wow. Anyway, they're such a great.
I can remember Tina Turner, but that's about as far back as I can get.
As far back as okay, yeah, I remember farther back because I'm older than you. Okay, anyway, Pearl, I'm S. Welcome, S. How does Carlos feel about me? He's my son's father. Ooh, you got an X. Oh, Judgment, the Queen. You got Dominion, and you got the King. He definitely feels like that he still has that connection, right? He still has that connection. There's always going to be a connection. By the way, Sweet Pea, thank you for your donation. Sweet Pea will be the last reading of the night. We do eventually need to get out of here. But yeah, they have that connection. You always have that connection just because you have that relation, right? Because you have that relationship happening. Queen of Wands says they do still like you. They do still appreciate you. They realize that you do a lot of work. They realize that you do a lot behind the scenes, and they appreciate what you do. And that's so key, right? Having the appreciation, knowing that you are appreciated, knowing that you are respected in a lot of ways is so powerful as well. Judgment says that, I mean, you know, they still would like another chance, but they don't really see that happening. They don't think that's very realistic as it goes, right? And then the King of Pentacles. It's all about the foundation. No matter what you try, no matter what you do, no matter if you try it again or what happens, it's about keeping the solid foundation because you have family involved now, right? You have children involved now. Keep the foundation solid. If we're going to try something and it's going to make everything crumble down like the tower, you don't want to do that. You want to keep this foundation strong. If that means doing this, then do that. If that means doing that, then do that. So that is the reading. Again, thank you, Pearl. I appreciate that. And a general romance for Sweet Pea.
This is the deck I really want more than any of them.
Oh, there you go. Needless to say, I cried my eyes out. I love Kenny Rogers. Sunflower, did you see the Kenny Rogers video with Lionel Richie? That's so. I'm linking that to Christina after she leaves, but that's one of the videos that you're just watching and your heart melts. It's so awesome. Anyway, okay, we're going to the next one, the last one, general romance. Get some Sweet Pea, some love. You know what I mean?
I love you.
Sweet Pea, we love you, but we don't know you. Let's find somebody that loves you and knows you at the same time. The best combo of the night. The best combo of the night. All right, the Six of Swords. I mean, there is that. There is that. The King of Wands, the Star, and the Ace of Pentacles. Sweet Pea, you don't have anybody right now, right? You don't have anybody right now. I think that you have a long-distance relationship coming, basically. Sort of an interesting thing. The Star. I also think that you have somebody that rejected you or you rejected, the sort of, you know, in that mode. But I think you have sort of this long-distance thing on the horizon, basically. Because the reason I say long distance relationship, this is a chapter in my book. All right, get my book, you know, sponsored. No, not sponsored, I don't know. Six of Swords is a slow moving card. You're moving from a place of challenges to a better place, but they're pushing the boat. They're pushing the boat with a stick. So it's like moving really, really slow, right? Things moving slow. You're married. Okay. Things moving slowly sort of getting better, right? Slowly sort of getting better. And the King of Wands is sort of about figuring out who has control or who has sort of a command over certain parts of the situation. The Star says that you do have a connection. You do have a connection, a good connection, a connection that has been there, a connection that will be there, a very stable, pretty reliable connection. And the Ace of Pentacles sort of points to that basically within the context of the relationship and things, I think that you're moving into a new phase. I would say we're in different countries. Okay, I said long distance. I nailed that. All right, I said long distance. We're in different countries. I think I'm on target tonight. I think it's one of those where I'm just feeling like I'm on target tonight. But the star says we have that relationship. Ace of Pentacles says you have a new opportunity, basically. You're moving into a next version of this, Anyway, yeah. If you're looking for, will it work out? I think the Ace of Pentacles being the next version or the next expansion, it means it will work out. Things are going to be fine, sweet pea. The star means that connection is going to be there. I don't really see it being bad. The King of Wands, we need the opportunity to take command, to take the fiery action. And once we get that, it is going to be all right. It is going to be all right. Speaking of all right, we will indeed be here tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Please join us then. Christina is coming back for tomorrow's stream as well. Thank you again, Christina, for being a wonderful host and handling all the cards and being the best helper in the history of mankind. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And we will see all y'all tomorrow.